What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing well today. It's officially been about 13 days since I started back on alternate day fasting. So I want to talk about it a little bit. So first off, it's been a good couple weeks. Haven't really had many issues at all, other than the one fast day that I messed up when I had an unexpected trip, which honestly I'm not too upset about. Things come up, it happens, and as long as I'm able to kind of correct course and stay on the path, I don't see it as a big deal. I don't really see it as a failure, so to speak. So that part's fine. I'm not too concerned with it. I guess first and foremost, what most people want to know is how much weight I've lost. So within the last 2 weeks, I started out at 251.5 pounds, and as of this morning, when I weighed, I was 241.2. So that's 10.3 pounds I've lost in those 13 days. 7 of those days were fast days, so that's that's pretty good. I'm excited about that. That is a lot of weight to lose pretty quickly, and I do understand that some of that is water weight, of course. When you do something like fasting, you're always going to lose some water weight to start out with, so that's expected, and I do expect the weight loss to kind of taper off a little bit, sort of slow down some. Nonetheless, I'm still really excited about losing that weight. During this 2 weeks, what I wanted to talk about also was the ease it is, or the ease of fasting from the start to now. It's definitely gotten easier for sure. At first, you get those pretty tough hunger pangs for the first couple fast days, and it could be a little rough, but I've gotten used to it, I'd say. It's not easy still, but it is more manageable for sure, so I'm happy about that. Also, I think the hardest moments for me during this past 2 weeks has really been the weekends. It's definitely harder to stay busy on the weekend when you're not working, at least for me. I don't have a weekend job. I have a Monday through Friday, so that makes it a little difficult on the weekends, but as long as I'm staying busy, that really seems to help. Doing stuff around the house or in the yard, whatever it is, just staying active really keeps me motivated to sort of keep on going with my fast. As I said, the hardest moment for me so far in these last 2 weeks was that day I had where we had an unexpected trip. That was tough. Obviously, it didn't work out for me that day, but nonetheless, not too bad. Especially the past week, it hasn't been too bad. Also apologize if I'm sweating out here. Man, it is hot. It's overcast today, but it is so humid. I'm in the southeast United States, and it is pretty miserable in July, so I apologize. And I can't very well record inside. I have 2 young boys who are obviously wild, just being boys, so it's a lot easier for me to record outside. Also wanted to do some clarification as far as what type of fasting I'm doing. So with alternate day fasting, there's a couple different ones that the majority of people use. There's something called a modified alternate day fast, which is basically where on your fast day, you're allotted up to, I think it's 500 or 600 calories during that fast day that you can have. Which if that's what you choose to do, go for it. Definitely doesn't offend me at all. But what I personally like to do is a true, quote unquote, true alternate day fast where I have a 0 calorie intake on my fast day. So that's just water, black coffee, basically the things that I can drink that's 0 calories. That tends to work out better for me just because if I try and eat that, 500 calories on my feast day, it honestly just makes it harder for me. It feels like I'm still focusing on food when I really don't want to be on a fast day. So I've chosen to just negate that altogether and do a true alternate day fast. For me personally, it works out a lot better that way. like I said, if you do a modified alternate day fast, go for it. Whatever works for you. You know, if you're trying to get healthy and that's what's able to keep you going, go for it. You know, not everybody can do a fast, and that's totally fine. Some people prefer to do just daily caloric restriction, you know, counting their calories and making sure they're under that limit every day. That works for a lot of people, obviously, and that's fine. For me, it doesn't work. Just the mental game of it is not great for me. Trying to count calories every single day just feels so restrictive for me. Just not a fan. That is a really loud cicada. I don't know if you guys can hear it through the mic. I'm sure you can. It's super loud. Sorry. But yeah, it's just the mental game of that, of doing a daily calorie restricting diet doesn't really work out for me. That's why I chose to do alternate day fasting to begin with, to see if it was something that I could really stick with long term. And so far it's much better for me personally, just the mental game of it. Being able to take a fast day and not focus on food at all, and get other things done really helps me a lot personally. And then the opposite side of that too, you know, when I wake up on a feast day, I'm excited because I get to eat, you know, pretty much whatever it is I want. Not saying to go stuff it with a bunch of donuts or cake or ice cream, whatever, but, you know, still try to eat a at least somewhat clean diet. But you don't have to be so restrictive with counting every single calorie. Honestly, that's what motivates me. So choosing to do alternate day fasting has pretty much been a no-brainer for me. Just as long as I can get over that initial, initial hunger that you feel for the first week of doing an alternate day fast. That's really what the hardest part was. As long as you can get over that, at least for me personally, it's much easier just to stick with it, you know, day by day. It kind of just becomes part of your life routine, and it's not bad. All that to say, I'm really excited about the weight that I've lost so far. I'm excited to keep going and hopefully hit my goal. If you don't know, my goal is 199 pounds. That's where I want to be. I probably haven't been under 200 pounds since middle school. I've always been the super big guy. That's just been my life, and I don't really want to live like that anymore. So that's what I'm shooting for, at least for now. As I've said in one of my previous videos, once I get my weight down to hopefully 199, somewhere around there at least, I do want to start sort of a phase 2 of this process of really working out a lot more, building up some muscle to hopefully help myself keep off the weight long term. That's really what I want to look at doing, and hopefully I'll be able to integrate that into my my channel as well, just so you guys could follow along if you're interested. And really the last thing I want to say in today's video is if you're trying to lose weight like I am, be careful about following the scale every single day. You know, if you're weighing yourself every day, the scale will absolutely play tricks on you. I'll try and post a graph of the weight that I've lost so far so you can see how it kind of ping pongs back and forth day by day. But, you know, over the course of the last 2 weeks, you can see there's a downward trend, even though it does kind of go up and down, especially if you're doing an alternate day fast. If you weigh yourself at the end of an eating day, it's a big jump from, you know, the morning after a fast day, for instance. So I wouldn't recommend weighing every day if it's something you are doing. Personally, I weigh every 2 days. The morning after my fast day, you know, after I go to the bathroom, before I drink any coffee or water. That just seems to be my usual lowest point. So I'll put that on my chart and kind of look at it. You really want to look at it week over week, not day by day. Typically, you know, wait from 1 week to the next, or even 2 weeks. Tells you more of the whole story than just a day by day wait. So don't trust the scale completely if it's something you're doing. You know, the way your clothes are fitting, how you're feeling just in general, you know, how's your energy, how's your mood been, are you feeling better? physically and mentally. You know, those are all things that you want to look at, not just the weight on the scale. At least for me personally, you know, I'm trying to make a lifestyle change here, not just a weight change, even though that is part of it. I really want to go for a lifestyle change that I can carry forward long term. That's going to be beneficial not only to myself, but to my 2 young boys as they grow up, and my wife as well. I want to be here for as long as I can, you know, give myself the best shot of having a long life so I can see them grow up and enjoy my marriage. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's been a good 2 weeks. No real issues other than that 1 day's hiccup, which I did make up for with a 60-hour fast. If you guys haven't seen any of my shorts recently, check those out. I talk about that a little bit, how I've done a 60-hour fast this past week. That went really well, other than the very last, the morning of the 3rd day basically was a little bit tough. I woke up kind of groggy, slight headache. That's kind of to be expected with an extended fast. So I probably won't do one of those again for a little while, just depending on how I'm feeling. I'll stick with the 36-hour alternate day fast for now. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.